there is a clear purpose for negative emotions. Anger creates the urge to attack, fear the urge to escape, and disgust the urge to spit out or, to not eat something. Just, to give a few examples, they help protect us. What, however, is the purpose of positive emotions besides the fact that they make us feel good? Or is that primarily the sole function of positive emotions?
Well, you're just really great to talk with. I could turn the tables on you because clearly you'd have a lot to say, Well, it's a great question, right? And Barbara Fredrickson, academic in America, was one of the very first academics to risk their careers. Richie Davidson, who's a neuroscientist also, in a way put their careers on the line, in Richie's case, to study mindfulness and sort of elevated states of consciousness that are available through meditative training, particularly, deep meditative training, such as occurs with long-term practice. And so we have Barbara Fredrickson and others who really asked this question, what is the function? And so my fundamental short answer about it is that for humans, much as for our primate cousins and then our mammalian cousins, clearly, various kinds of positive emotions in a rudimentary form, let's say in a squirrel, more developed in a gorilla or a chimpanzee, and then very developed in humans. These positive emotions accompany beneficial bodily states in which the body is relatively calm and it can repair and refuel itself. I call that the green zone, distinct from the red zone of fight, flight, disgust, and freeze. We need to be able to go into spikes of red zone stress to escape saber-toothed tigers or to deal with an intense conflict with another person. But Mother Nature's blueprint is that we should only spend a little time in the red zone. Most of the time, her little creatures, except for humans, are hanging out in green. This is why in Robert Sapolsky's wonderful book about stress, he says that, the title is Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers. And because they're not hanging out in the red zone, but we're hanging out a lot in the red zone because we have this capacity to imagine the terrible things that could happen or criticize ourselves for the past. We kind of hang out a lot in the pink zone. That's not really good for us. So number one, positive emotions accompany really useful, beneficial bodily states of being that protect us and in which we repair and refuel ourselves. And as a result, maintain physical health or increase the odds, at least, of maintaining physical health and extending the lifespan. That's a really bottom line survival kind of function, number one. Number two, positive emotions motivate us. They motivate us. Yes, we can be motivated by withdrawing from pain, but that's pretty primitive, right? If you get some kind of feedback like, don't do this, it's not very informative, like wrong, because it doesn't tell you what's right. Positive emotions focus us on what's right? What helps us feel grateful? What helps us feel connected and loving and fulfilled with others? What helps us feel a sense of calm strength? So they motivate us. And then I'll just say one more function that's noted around positive emotions. They draw us together. When people are experiencing negative emotions, that can draw them together, like they feel disgusted together against some bad, dirty others. And that vulnerability in us has been played upon throughout history and is currently being played upon by authoritarians of various stripes to kind of fuel us against them rivalries and gain wealth and power with their particular subgroup, right? We've seen that forever. All right, people can bond around fear or a sense of, disgust at some kind of contamination coming at you on the one hand. But most of the time, we join with others with positive emotion. We delight in our sports team having a victory together. We go rock climbing together, and we're both really jazzed about what we're doing, right? Or you have a family. I mean, the root, so much of our evolutionary neuropsychology is grounded initially in the mother-child, especially mother-baby, mother-infant, mother-child bond, and then the father-mother and child bond, and then the tribe, father-mother child bond, right? It kind of starts there, and then it expands out. And we get joined together in who we love. My wife and I just were talking earlier today about how when we see pictures of our son, who's 32 now, big, burly, athletic guy, we look at these pictures of him when he was 6 years old and go, oh, and it kind of joins my wife and me together. So those are some of the major functions of positive emotions.